So if I get a book like this in the mail from my institution and I was about to go to college and I'd been told I needed to read this book but wasn't entirely clear on what I was supposed to do with it when it arrived, I would go to Google, as most people would, and I'd Google the author and I'd Google the title. And this is what you should do with any book that you encounter. You shouldn't just read it cover to cover and then set it down. You should understand the larger context in which the book is enveloped.
All effective communication, whether it's written or oral, has a basic form. And that basic form is argument, evidence, analysis. So when you read a 300-page book like this, you don't have to think about it as overwhelming in its size and scope. You can break it down into those component parts: argument, evidence, analysis, and think about that at work in all of these various sections of the book.
Think of discussion questions. Questions that you have that aren't really like a yes-no answer, right? But something that's more intriguing that can sustain a conversation for, say, maybe at least 20 minutes or so. And if you come to the discussion that you're going to have with discussion questions, then you'll find that you'll have something to say, right?
There are phrases there and there are terms there that one may not be accustomed to because it's not part of your intellectual experience, but you are coming to college. So therefore, there are going to be things that are not in your intellectual experience. How you manage college and your success in college is going to be based on what? Your capacity to open up new intellectual terrains and to grasp the questions that emerge through those terrains.
I think the subject matter of the new Jim Crow is very heavy and it's hard, and honestly it's very difficult to grapple with. But I think one of the best pieces of advice I can give you is to just kind of lean into discomfort, that there's so much to gain in being uncomfortable with subject matter, because you are in a way sort of pushing yourself to see new perspectives. And I think that that's something that's such a privilege to have.
I think that it's very important to discuss perspectives with others to increase your own understanding as you all sort of wade through this work, which can be very intense and very dense.
So don't feel afraid to say, I didn't know this, I'm horrified by this, I can't even believe this is happening. That's fine. That's part of the sort of emotion that's going to come out, and that's also perfectly fine.
It's really important when you approach a discussion, just kind of speak from your own experience. Lived experience is real knowledge. Every perspective is valid, and it's really important to just speak from where you sit as a person and to share those perspectives in discussion.
Be sure that you listen. Be sure that you listen. That's really important. And one of the skills that you will cultivate in your seminars here at Brown, and whatever, discipline it is the art of listening.
I hope that this just inspires you to continue to read, to continue to grow, and to continue to seek out works that question and complicate your perspective, but hopefully enrich you.